by bandits. You're standing right in front of me.
And you keep taking all the fun out of telling you this stuff.
Hey everyone, this is Noah from Critique Quest. In today's video, I want to talk about the first episode of Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands series, ZerO. I haven't actually played a Borderlands game before, so I went into this series completely blind. That being said, it took me a little while to learn about the verse and start marching in time to the beat of this drum. It was a little jarring at first. The humour, at first glance, could be considered quite tacky, which is why you should look a little longer if you feel that way. Do a double take, or heck, even a triple take, because the writing is just impeccable. Everything is faultlessly timed, executed, delivered, the humour equally so. It's wild and completely unapologetic as it gets in your face to blow a raspberry. Get on board with that, and you can get on board with the series. But onto the narrative itself. It follows a ragtag band of con artists and nerds, whack jobs and walking boomboxes as they all scramble about to either get their hands on a case of 10 million smackers or just to survive another day in their oddball lives. It involves futuristic saloons, giant robots that give you the thumbs up, and I know what you're thinking, no, I don't mean the T-800. Plenty of sassafras, a series of botched jobs, and a whole lot of cartoon violence. And all of this is presented as a, well, it all started like this kind of story. Reese, the male protagonist, and Fiona, the female protagonist, both talk about the events that have led them up to their current capture, which serves as the narrative basis of ZerO. This being said, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what other amusing clusterfudges have gotten them to this point, and I predict there will be many. Gameplay is what we've come to expect from a game by Telltale. That is, you interact with your environment through a simple kind of toggle-based UI to move the story along. Though Reese's Echo implant introduces an interesting spin on interaction, it allows you to scan the environment for extra tidbits. Combat relies heavily on QuickTime events and button mashing. Players can, once again, affect the story by choosing how you act and interact through dialogue trees. Mechanics feel pretty solid. My biggest qualm with the play so far is that there doesn't feel like there's very much of it. I felt like I spent a lot more time watching than interacting. The balance seemed a little off. I mean, even the clip at the beginning of this video actually came about because my brain was in viewing mode. Like, I was way too busy watching to realise that I needed to, play it. And this is really all I'm going to say about the gameplay at the moment because I expect it to expand as the series progresses. I love how the music is being used. The score itself is really quite subtle but eclectic. I mean, it featured one sound in particular that I've only heard in Forbidden Siren. I'm going to do a really bad impression here, but it kind of sounds like this. That's a terrible impression, but it's the closest I can get. I'm not a walking jukebox. It also used these thumping kind of tonal sounds that I loved in the Walking Dead series, also by Telltale. And some pieces rely on the kind of musical panorama that's become synonymous with westerns. But when it's not busy creating a backdrop to kind of cushion the scene, well-known songs, or what we might class as current or modern genres of music, will just burst on the scene with all the ferocity of a Harley Davidson to beat you upside the head. Something else that I very much enjoyed, and makes the soundtrack in particular feel refreshingly unique. I wouldn't say, though, that the score is the strongest feature yet, but I adore how it's being utilised. So ultimately, I really enjoyed the first episode of Tales from the Borderlands. It does what a good first episode should do. It sets you up and leaves you wanting more. Also, I've never cosplayed before for no other reason than I couldn't put a good costume together if you put a gun to my head. But if I ever were to cosplay, I would dress up as Fiona, because she is awesome. Well, Fiona or Shade, it's a toss-up. So those are my thoughts on ZerO. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to reading your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Psst, you can join my Facebook community page and follow me on Twitter by following the links on the screen. Thank you, bye.